Hey guys, we are back. And I don't want to bore you to death with this one light, but it is what's going on. So we're going to take a third or fourth look at the Surefire Tactician, okay? What I did last week on Wednesday was the battery test for the 16 650s, okay? These are the rechargeable batteries from Orbtronics, or Orbtronic. I think I said that right. And they basically can replace your regular 2-cell, the lithium CR123 batteries. These guys. If your light takes 2 of these lithium batteries, then I'm not an expert, so don't quote me on this, but the lights that I have, the ones that take 2 of those, will take 1 of these, and will work just fine so far. Okay. So last week we did this light, or this battery test, and I think we found that it went, what did it go, like 84 minutes or something like that on high, and then it gradually declined for I think about 30 minutes, and then it just plateaued out and my card got full. So today it got me thinking, or it didn't get me thinking today, it got me thinking the other day after really doing the test. I was like, you know what, it's gonna cost me $10 to do this, to use real Surefire batteries, because they're like $5 a piece, give or take, something like that. But I figured I'm going to do it. So I'm going to run these. These are the batteries that came with the light. Okay. So they should be the best thing for this light. They should give it the most runtime. They should give it just the best overall, what am I trying to say? The best overall runtime. All right. They should work the best. So we're going to put these guys in. They're not rechargeable, okay, but I checked their charge and they're right at like like a 3.1 volt, right at about 3.1 volts. So these guys will go in, oops, try not to drop them, and we're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're just going to let the cameras roll. We're going to let the light be bright, let the light shine. We're going to let the light shine. Anyway, you know what we're going to do. So stay tuned. I'll speed it up and we'll see what happens. Okay guys, so that was it. There you go. That was the test, and not super surprising, but it was interesting. So basically, I'll have to go back and make sure that this is what it is, but it seemed to be about the same runtime as far as the high beam when it was steady and then you saw it start to decline. It seemed to be about the same, about 80 minutes, 84 minutes, give or take a few. It's hard really to gauge when that really starts. Really kind of hard without some kind of meter or something, but just going off my eyes, it was about the same. So about an hour and 20 minutes, okay? And I believe their runtime thing, they say they get an hour and a half at 800 lumens. So yeah, it's about right. I mean, an hour and a half, an hour and 20 minutes, give or take a few minutes. That's about right. I'm not going to fault them for that. And these were using their batteries, okay? And so the cool thing, the difference that I saw between the Surefire batteries and the rechargeable battery was that the time that it took to come down from 800 lumens down to the 5 lumens was about, what? It took it up to about 2, I think almost 3 hours to get down to that level. So I don't know if that took it an extra hour. I'll annotate it in there somewhere. I'll put it up somewhere. Usually up here is the best place. But I'll put it in there somewhere. It took it a little while. A lot longer than like the 35 minutes that the rechargeable batteries took to get down to that level. And then, what I didn't show y'all there, and my cards filled up, even my 64 gig card. I think you can see that. Yeah. It went on for about 11 hours and 16 minutes. Okay. Whenever I came back in, the light was off. All right. Well, when I came back in the morning, the light was still on, and it was still on the low beam. And I took the footage. You know, my cards were full, and I went and I started editing stuff, and came back later on in the day, and the light was out. Well, I took the batteries out. These are the same batteries, and obviously they're still working. It's not the 800 lumens, it's the lower lumens. So that's something. I mean, at least you get some usable light out of it, and it is screwed in all the way. It's not anything else. But I tested the batteries again. One was 1.4 volts, the other one was 1.5 volts. So they are down, they're low, and they need to be replaced, and that's $10 worth of batteries for you. But it's an interesting thing, okay? So that if you're interested in that kind of nerdy aspect of the Surefire Tactician. So that is today's video. My coming away from this, what did I learn, is basically I am definitely going to stick with the lithium batteries because it doesn't cost $10 every time you change it. And the most important thing was that both of the lights had a dimming, that they dimmed, okay? The rechargeable battery did not just shut off. The regular lithium batteries were able to have that dimming time a lot longer, like 2 to 3 times longer, I believe it was. But overall, in the end, they both had the 800 lumens for about 80 to 84 minutes. So you get your usable light, and once you see it start to dim, if you have 2 of these, pop your other one in off the charger, and you're good to go. And if you have regular lithium batteries, then you got to go buy some new batteries or put new ones in there. So it's cheaper, I think, so far to run these guys. Obviously, I'm not going to beat a dead horse and find 10 different ways to say this, but there you go. That's my coming away from it. That's what I learned. I hope you found it helpful and interesting, at least. If you are looking into these kind of lights, again, I got mine from Optics Planet. They were running their deal. I got it for like $120 because I think like a 20% off. They had some deal going for flashlights. And then the Orbtronic batteries, they are like $7 or $8 or something. And then the Surefire batteries came with a light, but I think they generally run, I don't know. I don't buy them that often, really, because I just use rechargeable ones. But I think they're about $5 to $10 for 2 of them. I think. Don't quote me on that. But they're not cheap. All right. But they do work. All right. There you go. Hope you found it helpful, enjoyable. Go ahead, subscribe and stuff if you haven't. I really appreciate that, even though here on YouTube I don't make any money because they've decided that they don't want to monetize anything. And that's okay. I never did this for the money anyway. If you're watching this on Gunstreamer, please do subscribe. At the time of making this video, I think I have about 12 subscribers, but all I do is just try to get information out there to y'all, all right? Obviously, with the way everything is nowadays, you don't make money doing this stuff, especially if you even mention guns or if you're in any of this kind of stuff, you don't make money. So I'm not in it for money. I'm really in it to help y'all and just kind of share my journey on discovering all this stuff and doing all this stuff. So anyway, y'all be good, be safe. Appreciate you watching. I'll catch you in the next video. All right, one more thing, y'all. A quick shout out to my brother's startup company, Assault Pencil. Basically, long story short, this is just kind of it came about from just the left side of socialist people and everything trying to label everything and say everything's evil and bad. Well, my brother got it into his head that just because it's evil, just because people say it's evil and just because they say it's bad doesn't make it bad, right? Just because something looks evil, you know, like assault rifles, which not many people own those, and those are not what people call assault rifles nowadays. I'm gonna get on a tangent, I'm gonna stop, but I will say this: what people call assault rifles nowadays are not assault rifles, okay? People need to learn the definitions of things. But the thing is the left is always trying to label everything, and it's ridiculous and retarded, I think. And so he came up with this idea of assault pencils, right? And so it's black, like the black rifles, you know, the evil military rifles and everything, and it says assault on it, okay? Well, just because this pencil says assault on it, just because this pencil is black, does not mean that everything that comes from the lead of this pencil is evil. You could write beautiful poems, you could draw beautiful works of art, you could write your grandmother, you could write letters to your children, you could write your congressman. There's a lot of different things you could do with these pencils, okay? It's just an interesting thing that my brother's starting. So I will leave a link down in the description and everything to his company if you want. So there you go. If you want to send my brother some love and go pick up a pencil, I'm sure he would really appreciate that. I think he's gonna give me a discount code. That's what he's been telling me anyway. And then it'll get y'all a little bit off. I think the pencils are only like 50 cents a piece anyway. So, and he's got a bunch of different ideas coming. So send him some love. Go get a pencil. That's all I'm going to say about that right now. And I will be doing a video for him on this, kind of like an interview kind of thing, like they do for some startup companies. That's what he wants to do. So we'll do a video on that. I should have had that out this Wednesday, but the file was all messed up and the audio was all messed up and you couldn't hear anything. So send him some love. Go buy a pencil. Yeah, assault the world with your words. I guess. Right? Something like that. All right. Y'all be good to be safe and catch you later.